Hello and good morning to our friends and audience. I have to welcome you. I know we are saying goodbye as well the same day. It's been a hectic week, very busy, and it's always hard to come and to this point of saying goodbye. But before saying goodbye and finishing the program today, I want to just hear from you your experiences, what you felt about the program, what you're taking away, and not just the program, the last 5 days here. I got to start with Suzanne here. So what are you taking away with you?
Well, we all know that we've attempted or maybe run through a lot of topics in governance. But for me, maybe the highlight, is the major thing the major point I'm interested in that maybe I can take away and it's really practical is the personal development plan. And because lots of people have dreams in life, you have some goals, but you don't really know how to get there, and sometimes we don't keep it focused. But with the lecture we had, the discussion interactive on personal development, I think I'm now able to put it in perspective and put it in stages, and maybe know how to design, some personal development plans, and also get it achievable.
Achievable.
Yeah.
I think, Sholo, you have got, you can extend on that as well. You got some point with regard to the vision and goals in life.
Yeah, thank you. The aspects of having a vision, mission, also ensuring you have goals and objectives all the time that will enable you be fulfilled in life is also very important, and that I picked from this course. And when related to what I do at work, I want to believe that it will lead to improved performance, and it will also help me to help others. I should be able to transfer learning.
I'm
from
sure
this
you all
program.
can do that, especially you are in a position of training others.
Yes.
So you got to pass the same
Message
feeling and message to others.
and
So
skills and knowledge to my colleagues at work. And the multiplier effect will be good for our organization.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would be, everybody needs a goal. I mean, without a goal, it's just being lost or being in a forest, not knowing where to go. And especially for younger people. I mean, we are all talking about goals. I mean, you all have achieved a lot. So but still, you are, like Suzanne was saying. You're looking at your personal development, and you're a well accomplished person, and you can still add on to it. And also in our jobs, being trainers wherever we are, I think that's what we want to give the younger people to say, look, you get your degree, it's just the beginning. A lot of people think this is the end without thinking it's the beginning. Josephine, you're going to talk about a bit of real world, internal control and within the finance area.
Okay, within the program, I picked a lot of things, new things about internal control. As we're told, internal control is a total control that is being put in place by the management to prevent and detect fraud. And that's also that prevention is better than detection. It's better you prevent than to detect, because to detect may take a longer time. And also about segregation of duty, that for proper internal control to be put in place in an organization, there must be proper segregation of duty, that not one person will start a process and complete it. So with proper segregation of duty, then fraud will be prevented, and it can be easily detected. So that's with the internal control.
This was a good. Well, we can. You have been out as well, and you have experienced our region, Kent, in the United Kingdom, which is a garden of England, and you have experienced something you're going to tell us about it.
I've been in England for some years. I've been coming and going as a visiting person, but I've never been to Kent. I've heard so much about Kent, and it's a real experience bringing us down here. In fact, I enjoyed our stay at a spa hotel, and I want to encourage the educator to please continue to any program you have, let it be outside London.
Yes.
Because London is a bit crowded. We are the social aspect of the program also is encouraging, and last night we were outside. We went out for lunch,
So
and apart from the formal classroom setting of the lecture, you took us out, and even there's every activity you try to learn and pick some things from there. I picked a lot of things from the outing. Your partner that took us out, Tony, I sat near him.
He's behind the camera right now.
Okay.
Yes,
and we had a useful discussion. I have when you talk of corporate personal development plan, I have a lot of influence on my children. Yeah, I know that. I have a lot of influence on my children. My daughter, who is in the UK, has been planning to come to Kent
because of good education.
Because of good education. She said that education in Kent, the government school in Kent, they are good and better than the ones in the UK. And she had wanted to move down to London, sorry. And she had wanted to move down to Kent. But all along I've been trying to discourage her. But yesterday with the discussion I had with Tony, Tony just told me about Kent, that they moved down here with her. He said he moved down here with his sister because of a good school.
I moved here as well because of the schools from London.
So I picked that, and I'm going to encourage my daughter to move down to Kent.
Definitely. If she needs any help, let me know. We will advise
now,
her.
if Londoners watch this video, they're not going to be very happy.
London is like any metropolitan city. It's just too big, I think, definitely for children.
So to make a difference with other training institutions, I want to advise you should remain here.
I think we were a bit worried about it, and we didn't do it on the last group, but this group we were encouraged by your colleagues, and it's so nice to see it. It's such a much more relaxed atmosphere to work, and I think the visit we had to London, we experienced so much traffic. So let me see, Emily, you're going to tell us something about your session with Juan. With regard to red oceans and blue oceans.
Yes. The very brilliant Kwan. The interaction with Kwan has shown me that one can actually migrate almost totally from the red ocean to the blue ocean, using, of course, the strategies and looking at the parameters, the things that influence that strategy, like globalization, digitalization, regulation. And I'm looking at price leadership versus price deregulation. In my organization, for instance, that is an issue because we have products on offer. Our product is training. We have products on offer, and we need to determine what we want to charge. But then we need to offer our clients what they need. And in the age of digitalization and globalization, I'm already thinking of going back and ensuring that some of these things become internet-based, like e-learning, e-conferencing. You understand? So I'm already thinking of doing that with the people I work with.
I hope we can, because the educators actually has got a big section of e-learning and digital knowledge. And we hope to be coming down there and give seminar. You would be our guest there. I mean, to helping our colleagues to move on and using this technology, which is an enormous technology and a perfect for capacity building. Now we're going to come to Dorothy. Dorothy, you got to talk about resilience, and that's what you have because you made it eventually.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
I made it.
The can-do spirit.
Yes.
You know, the fact that there's always a way out of situations.
You definitely have got it because you
yeah.
made it.
That's how I made it here. And I'm fascinated by the evolution of corporate governance. Honestly, looking back at some of the things that happen in the corporate world in Nigeria, I understand that corporate governance is important. Without it, the sharks will be few, and then the rest of us will just be dancing to them. And I believe I'm taking that away in the sense that I will work with corporations and will be able to put things in place, know what to do and preempt and all of that, which is a good thing. Of course, they talked about personal development plan. I had a wake-up call a few weeks back when the bank who is managing my retirement funds called us for a pre-retirement seminar, and then we had to do an exercise on the importance of life, and suddenly I was awoken that, okay, this is time for you to begin to talk about things, think about things you're going to do when you retire, when you're no longer working. And then it tallied very well.
That's too early for you to talk
No,
about
it's
this.
not. It's not. It tallied very well with Juan's lecture yesterday, and we had an exercise, a life-changing exercise, which I'm also taking away.
That's nice to hear.
From the program. It's been a fantastic.
We will hope to have you again anyway next year. I hope to have all of you again. Let me just ask our colleague here, because who has been working probably with you most. I mean, we had other colleagues who work with you, but what do you think about our team this time?
Okay, when you have people of that caliber, it's easier to discuss why accounting is not an exact science, and it's easier to see things, outside the box. So it's easier to discuss why, for example, lack of effective internal controls is considered to be a weakness in corporate governance. It's easier to discuss why management judgments are important to when it comes to the valuation of assets and liabilities. Basically, let's say more difficult accountancy topics can be taught in a much shorter period than in other places. Yeah.
I mean, we work with many people. I mean, I'm sure Kyrikos is teaching from undergraduate to postgraduate to corporate training, and as he said, you nailed it. I think working with a caliber of people, our colleagues here, it's a joy, because you can go beyond just the theories and whatever. You can discuss things. You have a two-way communication. I mean, you all been
professional experience,
yeah.
life experience,
and it is really a joy to have you all here. And I say it from the bottom of my heart, because as trainers, you all know the same thing. Is a trainer enjoys when the group is working together, and you all have felt it when you talk and no response coming back. The program comes to an end. Thank you very much for all of you coming. It was a joy to have you. I hope you have enjoyed it.
Thank you, Kyrikos.
thanks very much.
Very brilliant of
The joy, as Max said, is that it's interactive, and so I learned from you, and I hope you learned something.
We
from
learned
me, so-
plenty a lot. Thank you, Max.
Thank you.
Well, say as well to your wife. She was a very good hostess.
Thank you. You can tell her she's coming in a minute. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Tony, who's behind the camera.
Nice meeting you.
And our thanks to our colleagues back in ITF, which organized this program, and hope to see you all soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.